Will there ever be a Coraline sequel, even though the first is revered for its unsettling stop-motion style? Henry Selick, who also directed The Nightmare Before Christmas, adapted the Neil Gaiman book of the same name into the original Coraline. The narrative centers on Coraline, a young girl who stumbles into a beautiful parallel universe populated with doppelgangers of individuals she is familiar with, including her parents. These mirror images have buttons in place of eyes, but when enticed to remain for good, she learns that her new parents are hiding a sinister secret. Despite being a children's film, Coraline deals with some serious issues and has some genuinely unsettling visuals. It immediately gained acclaim as a cherished stop-motion classic because of Neil Gaiman's terrifyingly creepy narrative that terrified kids and frightened adults. It was a critical and financial hit and received an Academy Award nomination for Best Animated Feature. Since 2009, Coraline has steadily increased its fan following. Will there ever be a Coraline sequel? The story may end happily for the lead character, but there is still room for more. Travis Knight has dismissed Coraline 2. The animation company behind Coraline and critically renowned works like Paranorman and Missing Link is Laika. The company's president and CEO Travis Knight said in a 2016 interview that he would not make any sequels to any Laika productions. He strongly opposes sequels since in his opinion there are too many reboots, remakes or follow-ups made, and he prefers to concentrate on coming up with original concepts. I vehemently disagree with sequels. My colleagues in the industry are a little taken aback by how firmly I am devoted to refraining from sequels. There are these serials, these ongoing storylines that recycle the same themes we have seen many times. Furthermore, I'm not interested in doing that. That's a very firm position. Yet Knight recently served as the director of Bumblebee, a reimagining of the Transformers series, suggesting his views may have softened a little. Given how much the stop-motion style of Coraline enhanced the film, it would be hard to picture any animation studio undertaking a Coraline sequel save Laika. Neil Gaiman recently gave fans some new hope when they asked him about a Coraline sequel. Gaiman reiterated his stance, which he still adheres to, that he needed a concept at least as excellent as the one for the first book before beginning a new one. However, this means never ruling anything out. Gaiman continued by saying that while he still hasn't yet developed a better concept, he has left the door open. If you're going to do something, it ought to be a sequel on the level of Toy Story 2 or The Godfather Part 2, when you are truly improving. As a result, while I wouldn't completely rule it out, I would want to say, okay, that's the thing that's simply even more fantastic than Coraline. Recent work by Neil Gaiman has been non-existent, at least in terms of his novels. Regarding television adaptations, he initially managed American Gods and Good Omens before adding Sandman to his to-do list. One would assume that after all this effort, labor that isn't even related to creating books, when Gaiman returned for a new novel, it would be something new, distinct, and unlike anything he has done before, especially after he has done so much work on his previous novels. Never rule out a sequel to Coraline though.